All right, so I'm here with Brit. Brit, how old are you?
I'm 25.
Are you originally from Arizona?
Yes, I am.
What part of AZ?
Phoenix. I was born in Glendale.
What's your current situation right now? Are you homeless?
Yes, I am.
How long have you been homeless for?
I've been homeless I'm 25, 18, so 7 years.
That's a long time.
Yep.
What have you been doing out here to survive?
Hustle. Hustle. I guess, I take every day by day, and I actually embrace, being homeless. I kind of just see it as like I just never go home,
Yeah.
I walk everywhere, so, yeah.
How dangerous is it out here on the streets?
Very, very dangerous, I'd say. I mean, not a lot of bad shit has happened to me, but some bad shit has happened to me. So, I mean, if you know the right people, there's people on the streets that will, help protect you. So, in that sense, if you know the right people, you'll be okay. People won't mess with you. But if you don't know a lot of people, or you're in a city that you don't know anyone, or that's where they'll get you. If you're like in a city where you don't know anybody, or that's when they got me. So.
So what do you do out here to protect yourself?
What do I do to protect myself?
Do you carry pepper spray? Anything like that?
Yeah, I carry pepper spray, a knife, and a taser, and normally, and I usually just watch people's vibes. You know what I mean? Like if I feel a situation, I get away from it. You know what I mean? If I feel like a situation's going bad.
Are you out here with anybody else, or do you have a boyfriend or anything like that?
Yes. I'm out here with my boyfriend. Actually, he wasn't homeless. I met him a year ago. He wasn't homeless. He was living with his sister, but he's chosen to be homeless to basically be with me because I'm homeless. You know what I mean? So, and we've been together for a year now. My life's changed tremendously meeting him because when I was originally homeless, and I was by myself, it was bad. It was really bad. But now that I have somebody, I'm a lot more protected now, for sure. And just having someone is...
So people don't mess with you as much?
No, not at all. All the stuff that's happened to me has all happened like over a year ago before I met him.
What kind of stuff was happening to you?
Someone picked me up, took me to a desert, raped me, and brutally raped me, actually. I ended up going to detox after it happened, and so I kind of want to shed the light because that shit does really happen to girls, and there was no reason for it either, there was no reason for that at all, and it wasn't even set up to where I was going to have sex with him. He told me, like, I was in Mesa, I needed a ride from Mesa to Phoenix, and he's like, oh, I'm going to Phoenix too, I'll take you, I'll just take you, and, me not thinking, like, I'm I should have. Now I will never get into the, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. But, yeah, so that shit does happen to girls. I'm just kind of not happy it happened to me, but I'm okay that it happened to me because I'm strong. So that shit doesn't get to me like how it would traumatize other girls. Like, other girls, like, they really would have lost their mind over the situation I was put in, you know what I mean? But I'm really strong, and I know that has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with him.
How did you manage to escape the situation?
I just dealt with it, and then I pleaded with him not to kill me and leave me in the desert. I was on like the it was like I couldn't even tell you where it was. He was so sneaky. It happened in Mesa, but then he drove like to the desert. It was on the reservation or something, and then he dropped me off in Scottsdale. Yeah. So like he has it where like you wouldn't even really know where you were. You know what I mean? The situation where it happened, you know what I mean? I had no idea where I was. I just realized I was in the desert, you know what I mean?
So it seemed like he already knew what he was doing?
Oh yeah, he's done it multiple times.
Before?
Yeah, for sure. He's just he kind of like presents himself as this like light, and so you're kind of like, oh, this guy's gonna help me, and then it's like, oh shit, you know what I mean? So like, and I was alone. I was by myself at that time. So yeah.
How long did it take you to realize that you were in danger? Was it like right when you got in the car, or did you like...
Not until we were in the desert. And then I was like, what's going on? And then he's like, oh, do you want to smoke? And I'm like, no, what are you doing, And then I realized like we were in the desert to the point where, like, if I screamed, if anything happened, that no one could hear me. Like, from what I could see, like, the highway was, you know what I mean, so far. Like, and that situation was like, and there's been other situations that happened to me too. It's hard for women, for sure, because women have a disadvantage when it comes to guys. That guy was huge. He was like 6 foot, maybe over 6 foot, like, huge guy. There was no fighting it. I tried fighting it at first, but then I realized, like, I didn't want him to kill me. You know what I mean?
So he just ended up dropping you off or letting you go wherever you were at?
He ended up dropping me off in Scottsdale at a bus stop. I couldn't even walk. Some angel saw me and said, somebody fucked you up, huh? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, I'm trying to get to detox. I need help. And he's like, I don't have a vehicle. I can't help you, but I'm going to go home and I'm going to go get you a bike. He's like, because he could see that I could not walk. And he's like, take that bike. And he's like, try to get to where you need to go. He gave me that bike. He gave it to me. And I'll never forget that guy. He was like an angel or something.
How often do you hear that happening to girls out here on the streets?
A lot. A lot of girls, they get killed. That shit happens and then they kill them. The guy told me, he's like, oh, I'm not that much of a piece of shit, because when I said, please don't leave me out here, he's like, oh, you think I would stoop that low? I'm not that much of a piece of a shit. I'm thinking, you just raped me. You just brutally raped me. Like, what the fuck? Of course I'm thinking you're going to kill me, Yeah. But, yeah.
When that happened to you, did you report it to the police or not?
So I went to detox, and the detox said I needed to report it. I told them no, I don't want to do that. They were like, well, can he at least take your DNA? So if he's done it to other girls or whatever, we can get his DNA. So they took my DNA or whatever, but I didn't. I was scared. I didn't know that if you know what I mean? I was scared. First of all, I don't really talk to cops anyways, because they've never helped me. So I don't, you know what I mean? So I don't really look for the cops for help. And yeah. So I didn't really get talk about the situation. I just let them take my DNA or whatever. So
that's good.
Yeah. So if he has done it to other girls or whatever, that it would have helped. That.
So where are you staying at night? Do you go stay in shelters or?
I stay in a hotel, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. I have ways of making money, so I guess I'm one of the luckier ones I can survive. You know what I mean? Like, I still shower every day. I still but I wasn't living like that like a year ago. You know what I mean? I was really out here sleeping outside like a mess, on drugs. Like, it was bad. And then you think that you think that once you get, like, when you try to get clean or when you try to make these steps to it still doesn't really solve your homeless problem. You know what I mean? You still find that, like, you're still homeless. You know what I mean? So.
You were telling me earlier that you might be pregnant?
Yes, I am.
How far along are you?
5 weeks.
5 weeks.
6 weeks now. It was 5 weeks when I found out, and that was a week ago. So 6 weeks now.
What are you gonna do with the baby?
I'm keeping it.
And are you giving it up for adoption or anything like that?
No. I'm gonna keep it. I've always said this, like, I don't care about my life to get clean. I didn't care about my life to get clean. My boyfriend wasn't enough to get clean. My family wasn't enough to get clean. But I think God knew a baby being put in me and another life was enough to make me think about what I was putting in my body, like what I was doing. So I think this baby might save my life. And if I'm in a bad situation by the time I will do the right thing and I will give it to somebody who can take care of my baby. But I'm early, so I got 9 months to get my shit together. You know what I mean? For this baby.
What about those people that say, why not terminate the pregnancy? You're just being selfish.
I don't agree with that at all. I think terminating the pregnancy is what's selfish. Period. Like, you can go ahead, have the pregnancy and give it up for adoption, but ending the life and saying that life means nothing, I think, like, that's not right at all. Yeah, it's not right at all. And I'm not ready for a kid at all. But if anything, if I didn't even keep my kid, if anything, I'll go through with it and then I'll put it up for adoption. I would not have an abortion and say that this life inside me means less than other lives that have it good. That, you know what I mean? So I'll obviously do what's best for my kid, but
What about family members? Do you have any family members out here? You have a mom, dad,
um,
siblings?
I have most of my family members are in Texas. I do have my dad out here and my brother, but I'm not really close with them anymore, so I don't really talk to them. So other than that, no.
And they know what you're going through right now.
All my family knows what I'm going through. Yeah, for sure. They've it's been years, and they've taken it as I've chosen drugs over them, and I basically have. So I understand their feelings on the situation, and it makes me sad. It's never been anything against them or loving them less. You know what I mean? I have an addiction, and that takes over me, but it doesn't mean that I care about my family any less or I love them any less. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing your story. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you.
Are you okay with me using this on my YouTube channel?
Go for it.
And just in case some of my subscribers want to reach out to you with any sort of help or donations,
Yeah.
do you have any contact information that you want to share, like an email or anything like
I
that?
do. Like a phone number or email?
Email.
Okay, it's let me do an email. Okay, so it's stidhambree@gmail.com. So it's stidhambree@gmail.com.
All right. And just in case one of your family members stumbles upon this interview or one of your loved ones, do you have any words that you want to tell them?
That I love them, and there's nothing in this life that means more to me than my family, and I really do apologize about all the pain that I have put them through throughout the years, because they love me, you know. So I know I've put them through a lot of pain, and I know I could never make that up or fix that, but if I could, I just would tell them that I love them, and I would give them all hugs right now, you know. Tell them thank you for loving me regardless, you know. And I know that they love me. I just wish they knew that I loved them, you know.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.